open to welcoming the film archives in our properties in Bataan or New Clark City, since the New Clark City is there are moves to make it a backup government center. So it's an ideal for an archive, actually. Actually, there's discussion before to separate the exhibit part and the archive part. So
Yes,
we
I
are
was
welcome to uh, accept the archive facility.
okay. So for the sake of for the information of the members, there needs to be an off-site area also.
Mr. Chair,
And he's saying that the off-site area could possibly be built in any of those BCDA properties. Yes, Kong Richard.
Mr. Chair, yes, it is possible to build there, but is there an approved board resolution that they're accepting the FDCP or the film archive to be placed there, or is it just your opinion?
It's the stance of our agency.
It is
sir. Stand of our agency.
the stand of your agency.
Yes,
Is
it
it
is.
in a written resolution?
No resolution, Mr. Chair, but government agencies are welcome to put establishment in.
Will it be okay, Mr. Chair, if we can ask for a resolution from the BCDA para hindi lang tayo puro kwento, so that we have something really structured,
Yes.
and if it will be funded, it can really be placed in BCDA property.
Yes. The chair requests that the BCDA pass a resolution of support for a possible construction of an off-site facility for the archive.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Thank
it is
you.
also indicated in our position paper last December.
All right, thank you. Before you proceed, the chair recognizes the presence of Congresswoman Stella Kimbo. Thank you for joining us. Okay, given that we have quorum, the chair suspends consideration of the technical working group report on the archives, and instead we will revisit some of the previous matters. First, can I hear a motion to approve the minutes of the previous meeting dated December 3?
I move to approve, Mr. Chair, all minutes taken on December 3 of 2024.
Second, Mr. Chair.
Thank you.
There's a motion duly seconded, and hearing no objection, the motion's carried. The chair would also like to hear a motion for the approval of the unnumbered House Bill substituting House Bills number 1281, 1428, 1934, and 5633 entitled An Act Granting Cash and Monetary Benefits and Incentives to Filipino Creatives and Their Coaches and appropriating funds therefore. Can I hear a motion?
Mr. Chair, I move for the approval of the unnumbered House Bill in substitution to House Bill number 1281, 1428, 1934, and 5633, an act granting cash and monetary benefits and incentives to Filipino creatives, their coaches, and appropriating funds therefore.
Second, Mr. Chair.
There's a motion duly seconded, and hearing no objection, the motion is carried. Now we will consider the following House resolutions. House Resolution 2145, commending Noor Ainun Pangilan for her contribution to cultural music and promoting the traditions of Mindanao. House Resolution 2152, commending Pio Abad for being a finalist at the 2024 Turner Prize at the Tate Britain. House Resolution number 2153, congratulating Pinoy pop groups for winning at the 2024 Break Tudo Awards in Brazil. House Resolution number 2154, congratulating and commending Beanie for winning Best Asia Act at the 2024 MTV Europe Music Awards. House Resolution number 2155, congratulating Filipino awardees of the Best Chef Awards 2024. And House Resolution 2209, honoring Honorato and Consejo Espinosa for their contribution to food tourism through Tatoys in Iloilo City. Now, can we have a motion for the adoption of said resolutions and to approve their corresponding committee reports?
Mr. Chair, I move for the adoption of House Resolution number 2145, House Resolution number 2152, House Resolution number 2153, House Resolution number 2154, House Resolution number 2155, and House Resolution number 2209. And I also move for the approval of this corresponding committee report. So move.
Second, Mr. Chair,
Alright.
and And Mr. Chair, if will it be possible to include all members present to be co-authors of all these resolutions and all bills filed for today?
All right. So there's a motion duly seconded, amended to include all members present as co-authors of said resolutions, and hearing no objection, the resolutions are hereby adopted and the committee reports are hereby approved. Just to also clarify an earlier motion, can I also hear a motion with regards to the bill granting cash and non-monetary benefits to Filipino creatives for the approval of the corresponding committee reports, subject to style and amendments, incorporating comments from the Committee on Appropriations? Can I hear said motion?
Mr. Chair, I move for the approval of the corresponding committee report for an unnumbered House bill, substitution to House Bill number 1281, 1421, 1934, and 563, subject to style and amendments.
All right.
Second, Mr. Chair.
There's a motion duly seconded and hearing no objection. The motion is carried. Thank you. We will return to our technical working group. All right. Sorry. The chair suspends the committee hearing and now returns to the technical working group. Okay. So given all of the tasks and deliverables, which will firm up said draft bill on the film archives, is there any other matter that any member wishes to raise to any of the resource persons? So before that, can we hear from DBM? Can we hear from DBM?
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and to the members of this committee. We just want to re-echo our comments from the previous technical working group. Based on the latest draft of the bill, under Section 2, under Section 4, it aims to create a Philippine Film Archive, which is considered as a council. However, currently, yung Film Development Council of the Philippines, which this proposed council would be lodged, is also a council. So baka lang po magka-issue in terms of the organizational structure and the delineation of functions.
We agree with the observation.
Yes po.
That
So
will be amended.
our suggestion po is to amend it, whether it is a board or a center, considering that the functions stated in Section 5 is more of a implementing body function po, including implementation, consultation, and development of various programs and projects related to the film archive. That's all for our comments.
All right, thank you. Again, the chair agrees with the observation. The necessary adjustment will be made in the current text of the bill. And are the members in agreement, Kong Lienda, Kong Arjo, that we are basically institutionalizing not a government agency, but a program for the Film Development Council, basically to implement and run?
You do agree, Mr. Chair?
Yeah. So is that the current governance structure also of the film archive? It's run by the FDCP, or is there a separate entity that manages it?
Mr. Chair, currently it's run by the FDCP, and it's also the intention of or the position of the agency right now is that PFA would still be under the management of FDCP. So it will just be more strengthened with the passing of the bill.
All right. So that shall be reflected in the text accordingly. Do any of our members have any queries with our resource persons present? Or kung gagawa tayo ng one-stop shop for film, may gusto pa ba kayong i-include na function dito sa bagong facility na to? So currently, it's a museum, an archive, a cinema, and admin. I think parang an admin building for FDCP that will be like your headquarters or your main office. So those are the four. Am I missing on anything? Policy team. So tama. Film, museum, archive, offices, administrative office, and ano registry? What is a film registry?
Baka dapat library ko.
Library, yes. Library. Database,
Oh, database
flash
lang.
registry, library. Okay. May mga pangarap pa ba kayo sa FDCP na gusto niyo sanang matupad? Pwede natin ilagay dito sa bill.
Well, actually, Mr. Chair, technically the one that we have in Intramuros is just a smaller version of this bill.
Oo nga.
So right now we are okay with the current provisions or that we have on the proposed bill.
So dun sa Intramuros, meron din kayong library.
There will be a media library, but
Okay.
it's really small, like half of this room.
Okay, oo. So basically, strengthening what essentially is going to be an existing facility.
Mr. Chair,
Yes.
just for the guidance lang of everyone, yung mga rooms kasi nga, we have to consider the important aspects of an archive. There has to be a preservation room, restoration, that's where, kung magsiset up ng lab or something, a technical room, and then importante po that the end of archiving is really access. So there has to be a theater, a cinema,
Yes.
and of course yung library kasi doon it has to be a hub, a research hub, kung saan pupunta mga tao, mga estudyante.
Yes. Okay. Noted. May gusto ka pang idagdag?
I think more than Ma'am Victoria, we're adding here, no? I guess this committee wants to be more clear on a system, given that Kong Richard was saying that we have to solely focus on the workforce to be able to make this possible, given that we lack information. I'm sorry, but those things are much needed to be able to, suffice all the problems, to cover up all the paths that we have to be able to come up with archives. So definitely, if there's anything else, considering that you told us we need the cinema for the library, no, there's an ecosystem, kumbaga, to what's needed. So please let us know so we could move forward with it. Yun lang po.
Si Film Academy ba may office sila?
I believe they are under the DTI. So right now.
So are you?
Yes, but our budget is basically we propose it and being
You have a
separately.
separate budget. Attached lang kayo sa DTI.
Yes,
So
oversight
Film
po.
Academy is under DTI.
Under DTI. So there
Like
are
their budget comes from DTI.
yes.
Okay.
So that's the difference. I think DTI has
Saan sila nag-opisina? Sina Paolo Villaluna.
sa Makati.
Okay.
DTI one. Yung DTI one. I think the DTI building it's being offered by DTI for them to occupy or to share with the DTI one building.
So baka yung offices ng FAP ilagay na rin dito. Right? Para talagang it's like arriving upon Film Town. Everything you need, everyone you need to talk to is here in this building.
No, Mr. Chair, I guess that's your plan as well, no? And this is the committee's plan, is to have a one-stop shop. So like what I said, let's bring everything together. Whoever stakeholders and necessary people responsible for such system, then let's bring them in if possible.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Good morning, Mr. Chair. On behalf of the Department of Tourism, we express our full support to this significant legislative measure. With this positive development, the proposed Philippine Film Archives may share the locations, especially sa documentation natin, may share the locations featured in popular films so that the Department of Tourism can include it in the portfolio of the film tourism locations where we can invite various producers to film them.
Question for DOT. So assuming this new facility is constructed, it's a mega facility, it will render this Intramuros facility sort of moot and possibly redundant. What other use might you have for that building?
We still have to check on the structure on what would fit, what tourism activities would be appropriate on such infrastructure. But for the buildings, the proposed building that we're looking at for the film tourism office, we're looking at it as a very good addition for the area where we can showcase Philippine cinematography. At the same time, we can drive more tourists to visit the location where it will be built.
If ever ba, would the Film Tourism Office of DOT be willing to be relocated to this new facility? Or do you have to be within your DOT office, main office?
With our coordination with the regional offices and other offices like the Office for Product Development, I think it would be much better that we are closely connected still with the Department of Tourism Central Office.
Okay. Maybe you can just have a satellite. Yeah. Kong Lianda.
Yeah, Mr. Chair. My question is in connection with Section 6. The last paragraph here states that the Philippine Film Archive shall prepare the National Preservation Plan. They shall convene all the parties interested in film production. Mr. Chair, I'm afraid masyadong madami to. Parang masyadong marami.
Is there a line number that you're referring to? It's
last paragraph.
Page 3.
Section 6.
Section 6.
My copy. Does that bear a page?
You're looking at the matrix?
Yeah, the matrix, yeah. Where is it? Page 3, yes. So, yun lang ang inaano ko, Mr. Chair. Shall it convene dito kasi sa ano natin, sa matrix nakalagay dito, all the parties interested. What I'm trying to say is masyadong marami yan. Pag pinasa natin to, mandated yun na all parties interested in film production, so masyadong madami.
So perhaps language subject to style,
film production,
to as many representative organizations, guilds, and bodies who can provide insight into the plan. Okay.
Pwedeng lahat ng interested.
The same shall be reflected in the current draft. The Secretariat is directed.
Noted, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Any other query on the current draft of the bill? Okay. All right. So that there are no more input coming from the resource persons and the members. But what shall we do? We'll table it. We won't approve it. Yeah. Given that Congress shall also adjourn next week and there's really not enough time to be able to enact this into law, the best we can do moving forward is get all the pertinent data from the resource persons, from the program to the cost estimate of the DPWH to maybe some other best practices from stakeholders that can be reflected in the measure, and then the committee will soon after endorse this bill to the members of this committee in the next Congress, the 20th Congress, as well as some of our returning colleagues in this committee so that they can file it. But in consideration of the time, I think let's file a version of the bill that is much improved and that's more complete in terms of data so that we can fast track its approval. We would also need guidance from CCP with regards to the Manila Film Center issue. I think the collective wisdom of this body is really that we want to put up this new mega film facility there. So all possible challenges need to be addressed. And so we can work on that until such time that the bill is refiled. Okay. Are there any other matters that the members wish to bring up? Resource persons, you're good? All right, there being no other matter, can I hear a motion? Our favorite motion. Oh, there is? Yes, engineer.
May I clarify with regards po dun sa submission requirements?
No, it's FDCP that will submit the requirements for the program for this mega facility. Yes, so the request will be both site inspection of film center as well as generating a cost estimate. Okay, both will be reflected in the letter that we will send within the week.
And maybe we can also consider, Mr. Chair, yung option natin sa BCP. Para isang ano na lang yan, di ba? Whichever will be viable, di ba?
Yes.
Sabay na din yun para pag-aaral ng DPWH.
Right. As well as sorry, Rachel, to add to the deliverable from FDCP, also a program for the off-site facility that we are proposing to establish at the BCDA property, and then DPWH will also generate a cost estimate. Okay na po, engineer. Right. Sige. Hearing